Saint Padre Pio. Feast Day, September 23rd. Early life. Saint Padre Pio was born as Francisco Forgione on May 25, 1887, in Pietrelcina, Italy. His parents are Brazio Forgione and Maria Zuninzuro. He has an older brother named Michel and three younger sisters, Felicita, Pellegrina, and Grazia. Even though his family was poor, they still attended Mass daily. When he was just 5 years old, he decided to dedicate his life to God. Saint Pio received the sacrament of confirmation on the 27th of September, 1899. On the 6th of January, 1903, at the age of 15, he entered the novitiate of the Capuchin friars at Mourcon. On the 22nd of January, he took his vows and became Padre Pio. He chose his name as Pio in honor of Pope Pius I, because Pope Pius I's relics are in the Santa Anna Chapel, which is the chapel he grew up in. Priesthood. Saint Pio traveled to the friary of Saint Francis of Assisi in Umbria. Fortunately, at the age of 17, he fell ill because of the loss of appetite, insomnia, exhaustion, and migraines. In June 1905, Saint Pio's health worsened. His superiors decided to send him to a mountain convent, but it didn't work, so he was sent back home to his family. Even though he was sick, he still continued on with his duties. On September 20th, Padre Pio was hearing confessions when he felt pain in his hands and feet. It resembled the wounds of Jesus. Even though they were bleeding a lot, they didn't get infected. His wounds were called a stigmata. Definition. Stigmata means marks corresponding to those left on Jesus' body by the crucifixion, said to be impressed by divine favor on the bodies of only a handful of saints. Medical examinations. By 1919, people came from far away to examine him. The church thought the stigma was fake, so they prevented him from saying Mass publicly or doing confessions. On 1921-25, after many examinations, it was declared that his wounds were 100% real, and he was allowed to fulfill his duties again. Later in 1956, Saint Padre Pio used his popularity to open a hospital in San Giovanni Rotondo. Quote, "Pray and hope and don't worry. Worry is useless. God is merciful and will hear your prayer." This quote was said by Saint Padre Pio. Death. Saint Padre Pio died in 1968 at the age of 81. His health has been bad since the 1960s, but he still continued his work. On September 22nd, 1968, Saint Pio fainted. A day later, he died while saying the rosary. His body was buried on the 26th of September in the Church of Our Lady of Grace. After his death, his stigma had completely disappeared with without a scar. He is the patron saint of adolescents, stress relief, civil defense volunteers, and January blues. Quick fact: a few years before his death, Saint Padre Pio told Carol Wojtyla he would rise to the highest post in the church. Later, this came true as Father Carol Wojtyla became John Paul II in 1978. Canonization. In 1977, Pope John Paul beatified Saint Padre Pio. After a 7-year-long debate of whether Padre Pio should become a saint or not, Pope John Paul II canonized Saint Padre Pio on the 16th of June in 2002. More than 300,000 people attended the canonization ceremony in Rome. His body was put in the sanctuary of Saint Pio of Pietrelcina. Even after being buried for a long time, his hands looked perfectly fine. Quick fact: there are more than 350 Padre Pio prayer groups worldwide, with almost 4 million members. Saint Padre Pio has churches in most of the countries in the world. Prayer. God, you gave Pio of Pietrelcina, a Capuchin priest, the great privilege of participating in a unique way in the passion of your Son. Grant me through his intercession the grace of which I ardently desire. And above all, grant me the grace of living in conformity with the death of Jesus to arrive at the glory of the resurrection. The end. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to know more about other saints. Thank you.